Hey y'all, it's Donnie. I'd like to invite you to join me for a pipe and a pour. Salud. How's everybody in the YTPC this week? Hope it's been a great week for you all. Can you believe it? This time last week it was still 20 degrees, 6-7 inches of snow out here. And here we are, 60 degrees. And it feels like spring. Amazing, and I'm thankful for it. Not gonna complain a bit. Not at all. Thought I'd take advantage of the opportunity and get out here and enjoy a pipe and a pour and chat with you all for a little bit. If you saw my last video, I talked about how I wanted to spend the next 2-3 months kind of digging into some English blends. I've tried some in the past. I liked them pretty well, so much so that I would say, yeah, I'm an English fan. And even kind of find myself craving them sometimes. I now know I didn't know what I was craving. I think I do now. We'll figure that out. Still work in progress. But knowing is as infrequently as I do smoke, maybe once or twice a week. I knew I wanted to be somewhat selective in the blends that I did try to get through the next couple of months. And rather than just sort of, just one-hit wonders, I wanted to maybe grab a couple that I could dig into. Maybe grab a couple that, get to know a little bit better. So that's kind of where we are. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Still some things to be How rude of me. My apologies, please. If you'll notice this handsome piece, this is an estate pipe that I got back in the fall. It's got some really fantastic, beautiful grain on there if it'll focus in. There, get there. But if you can see that in the waning sunlight, it's got that really high gloss varnish on it, but you can definitely see some beautiful grain in that. And it's a Butz-Choquin from France, probably the 70s, as a buddy of mine said. Is like, yeah, Donnie, it looks like a 70s pipe. I don't know what that means. Is it good or bad? But I fell in love with it when I saw it, with sort of a Dublin shape. It does have a bottom on it to sit, where it'll sit on its own, which is nice. I really loved both the bird's eye and the flame grain on it. Nice big thick walls again that kind of fluted out there. Was that a quarter bent? So I loved it. Felt like, you know what? Oops. For whatever reason, well, I think I know the reason. The Old Town Pipe Show. Last year, I bought a Butz-Choquin estate pipe from Richard at Mad Pipes. And since then, I was like, you know what? I think that's going to be my thing. Middle of the road, medium grain, not really like collector pieces or anything that way, but quality. And I like it. So there. So the other day, and I apologize, I did not invite you guys along to join me. I got into, so last video, I smoked shepherd's pie from the Country Squire. Delicious, delicious, delicious. If you're part of this community, you know Country Squire, you know shepherd's pie. I'm sure you'll all agree. So I confirm and affirm everyone else, it's a fantastic blend. If you haven't tried it, get you some. Then one night earlier this week, I packed a bowl of, this is the one I did not invite you guys along, apologies. Peter Stokkebye's English Luxury. Got it in bulk, and supposedly it's got a little bit of topping on it. I didn't really detect anything there, but I gotta be honest, that stuff stunk. I mean, just flat out smelled bad out of the bag. I jarred it up and it smells a little better out of the jar. That doesn't make sense. It has nothing to do with it, I know. But I don't know what it was. It just, I was like, man, I know some people have that, you know, with the Orientals and the Latakia and whatever, that smells bad. This just didn't taste, it didn't smell good. However, it did taste good. Everything about it, so I was writing my notes on it, and it was like, it's slightly smoky, and there's a slight sweetness. And at one point I got a slight chocolate cherry kind of note, which was delicious. Latter half of the bowl, I got a slight coffee kind of thing, which again, big fan, loved it. And at one point I even made note of a like an overbaked cookie, the edge of an overbaked cookie, you know, where it's got sort of a burnt, charred / sweetness to it. Not in a bad way, not off-putting at all. But I was just trying to figure out what those flavors were, and that's what it came to me. I don't know. Maybe some of you guys can relate. I hope so. If not, it's okay. I'll stand on my own with my overbaked cookie edge tasting note. I don't know. But I noticed as I went back and looked at it, slightly this, slightly that. And I think that's sort of my takeaway on that Peter Stokkebye English Luxury. It is a light English blend. It's not overpowering at all, except for the nose. Again, nose was so weird. So I was very well pleased. Not as good as shepherd's pie, but a nice, easy smoke, relaxing, enjoyable, and just slight, very subtle. However, that's not what is in here today. In here today, I went with something, number one, because I felt like I had to. Get to that in a moment. Number two, because it is well known, it is highly respected and thought of, and that is Artisan's blend from Ashton. All the reviews indicated that it was, people rave about this stuff. If you've had it, please let me know kind of where it falls in your top 5, top 10, top whatever, top never, like it, don't like it, whatever. Let me know how you feel. Because I'm curious. Because this one is a mystery to me. Speaking of mysteries, this afternoon's pour, out of the Sherlock Holmes rocks glass, an old-fashioned. I made this with Chattanooga whiskey rye, 99 proof, and I mixed it with it's a brand called Bittermilk, and they have several different, pre-made, pre-measured cocktail mixes. And this particular batch that I used tonight was actually a gingerbread old-fashioned mix. So it was heavy. I'm like, you smell it. It's like heavy on like the actual ginger, and clove and that kind of thing. Smells great. Tastes really good. Leftover from Christmas, of course. So that's tonight's pour. A gingerbread old-fashioned, if you will, paired with the Ashton Artisan's blend in my estate, Butz-Choquin. So the mystery of the Ashton Artisan's blend. It's a full-bodied English mixture carefully crafted for the experienced pipe smoker. Don't tell anybody I'm not that experienced. Virginia and Turkish tobaccos harmonize with Latakia, a touch of Perique, to create a taste that is resoundingly rich, spicy, and satisfying. right off the bat. I don't find any of that to be true. To me, it's not very full-bodied, and I'm a lightweight. I don't get any spice. I don't get any spice at all. And it's not even that rich. But here's the problem. Here's the problem. So, I just got that tin earlier this week. Because it had been on my, like, to-get list for a while. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to dig into some of these English blends. Let me go with some of these that are, like, always on the top 10 lists of, you know, frequently bought, highest rated, whatever. So I was excited when it came in the mail, and I cracked open the box. Started going through my plunder, and I get to the Ashton Artisan Blend tin, and it's bulging. I was like, well, that's not good. It shouldn't be bulging. It should be vacuum sealed. So this tin is from August of 22. So I was like, oh, well, at least it's got some age on it. Except that bulge in the tin bothered me. And then my suspicions were true. I literally just cracked it open. No seal. The seal had been broken some time ago. And I fear that this has been drying out for some time because it feels fairly dry. It's kind of hard packed in there. And I've never had this blend before, so I don't really know what to expect other than what the reviews I've read said and sort of, you know, my experience with it. It just, there's no moisture to it at all. I literally brought it out here, dropped it in the pipe, and lit it. 3 times now. You've seen 2 of them. So I'm afraid that I got a bum tin of dried out really good tobacco. So you guys know what this means, right? It means your boy Donnie's going to have to order another one to do a little compare and contrast. So here's what I need from you guys. If you've had Ashton's Artisan's Blend, tell me about it, please. Heck, you know, VR if you want to, or just send me some comments because I'm really perplexed on this because I don't know what to expect. It has some flavor, but not a lot. Like I said, it's not rich. It's not spicy. I don't get any, you know, inherent sweetness. I'm a little bummed. So, that is where we are this afternoon. I'm going to enjoy it, though, best I can. It's I'll be honest, of the 3 English blends so far, Shepherd's Pie, Peter Stokeby English Luxury, and Ashton Artisan Blend, this bum tin is at the bottom of the list. I'd go back to the bulk Peter Stokeby. Heck, I may do that anyway just in a minute. So that's what's going on here. Anyway, hey, I'm going to be real and be honest. That's who I am. That's what I'm going to do. It's good, not great. It's disappointing because it had such lofty expectations about it, just based, again, how popular it is, how the reviews on it, people raving about, I'm going to throw everything else away and this is it from now on. Aromatics, never heard of her. Don't want to see her anymore. She's old news. I'm going with Ashton Artisan blend, this English blend. Y'all tell me what your experience is with this. I would be happy to have the record set straight. So, hope you guys are well. Thank you for hanging out with me for a little bit this afternoon for a pipe and a pour. I hope wherever you are, you're thawing out, you're warming up a bit, you know, just in time for it to get cold again, but you know, that's winter. But yeah, thank you guys so much for stopping by for a little bit. As always, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. We'll see you again soon for another pipe and a pour. Take care, y'all.